神の蝶マジ天使。部長、説明して。先生、私は告白しなきゃならないことがある。
Love is Indivisible by Twins, episode number 8. And I love by how the end of this episode, we're finally getting Naori to finally be one with herself and say, like, I'm gonna turn it up to 11. I feel like over the last like 4 episodes, she said over and over and over, like, I'm not gonna let you do this, I'm not gonna let you do this, I'm gonna take 𝐒𝐿𝐴 for myself, blah 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 blah. And she's mostly just talked a big game by not really fulfilling a lot of it. Now, I will say, you know, when 𝐒𝐿 and her were in the room and she kind of made us, you know, a sly attempt on him, she could have probably pushed the agenda pretty. She probably could have pushed it pretty far, but she decided to kind of peel it back and like let it happen naturally. But I think Naori finally saying like, "Hey, I'm for real, not gonna play nice anymore." I think that is a really good, not testament, but that is kind of like a really good thing for her to say, for kind of to get us remotivated into the show. And you know, by the end of it, obviously this story is rooted in semi-real life, meaning like the likelihood of 𝐒𝐿 ending up with both of them is probably pretty low. Although I kind of, you know, would hope for the anime, you know, fake side of it, to where like, you know, I think the best outcome for all of them is for 𝐒𝐿 just to end up with them both. Although, you know, when real life comes in, there be some feelings, you know, into what that would look like and stuff. But hey, if they decide to go to college and, you know, maybe they stay, you know, somewhere off campus or something like that, and, you know, there is a legitimate path forward for him to choose both. It would just be a very frowned upon type, you know, situation. It would be like him living with 2 roommates, but really they're all together. There is a path forward, and it's not an impossibility. It's not implausible. It's just one of those things to where, yeah, okay, real life situation, he's just gonna have to end up choosing one of them. Episode 8 also did, you know, re-show us, you know, 𝐿𝐴, I think her name's 𝐿𝐴 or something like that, the model girl, and we found out that although 𝐒𝐿 may still fit her archetype of who she was after, it seems that who she was really after this whole time has been Naori. And we kind of find out that she's been using Chief, you know, the I forget what Naori's friend's name is, but, you know, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 or whatever, you know, the chief girl. She's been using her to get closer to Naori, and she has been using 𝐴umie as well. So really her ultimate goal this whole time, for the person who knows in the books and otaku and whatever else, her real goal this time has been to get closer to Naori. So remove the romantic sense from everything, remove all of that. Her main goal, we found out this episode, was to really get closer to Naori. And she even said sorry for using Chief and using 𝐿𝐴umie and using 𝐒𝐿, and even being a little tantalizing with him, because her main goal was to get closer to her Niao Naori. And I thought that was a really, really cute thing as well, too, you know, to find out. Again, not saying that 𝐒𝐿 still doesn't fit the bill, not saying that she couldn't potentially still have feelings for 𝐒𝐿. You know, it's just one of those things to where she made it really evident to us, the viewers, this episode, that, hey, Naori was really the ultimate goal as far as, you know, her relationships go, at least at this point in time. So I thought that was a really cool thing as well, too. Last couple of things is, you know, 𝐿𝐴umie pushed the envelope this episode with getting a kiss from 𝐒𝐿, which I think, again, is one of those things to where it's a really, really hard, it's a really hard line to keep, you know, with what's romantic and what's not romantic. I think as Naori begins to turn it up to 11, she's going to want more of those moments as well, those intimate moments. And it's going to take, I think, it's going to take either Naori or 𝐿𝐴umie to kind of push past the middle school area and, you know, the high school territory. It's going to take them to kind of, I think, push past it and want a little more in an intimate sense. I'm not saying go all the way, but, you know, push it pretty far. I think one of them is going to end up pushing 𝐒𝐿 that way. And I think that will be when he finally makes up his mind. But for 𝐒𝐿's side of it, you know, he got really close to Rumi this episode because he's still thinking about her. He wants to wish her luck for her tournament. He wanted to, give her gift first. So she's still in the back of his mind. But from a closeness, intimate moment, he did share another really cool intimate moment with Naori. He kind of hugged her and said sorry. And he's having more physical moments with Naori. So I think that he's going to have to, be less puss bag and just really make a decision on, when he closes his eyes, who does he see? And when he thinks about just a day of doing nothing, who do you want laying next to you kind of thing? And I think that's really where he's going to have to make his decision. So as the episodes and the anime continues to unfold, I'm thinking we're going to get more of that. But I'm really interested to see now how Naori, how she, she wants to get real now. So I want to see on her getting real and what does that end up actually looking like for all parties involved. So yeah, very interested. So anyways, Love Is Indivisible by Twins, episode number 8. I thought this was a good episode. Great setup for their birthdays. Great setup for what's going to come next. And I'm hoping Naori is the one that ends up pulling it out because between them two, I still think Naori is the deeper character. She has more personality. I think she fits June's bill a little bit more. But on the opposite side, I get it. Opposites attract. June enjoys watching her play basketball. So the things that he may not necessarily be interested in, he enjoys being a part of with Rumi. So, the heart wants what the heart wants. I can see it going both ways. I'm going to be Team Naori, but, at the end of the day, I think that either or could still happen. They're both very viable options at this point in the anime. So I just hope we get him choosing one by the end of the show. That's really the main thing. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, my friends. I'm going to see you guys next week for episode number 9. Have a great one. Peace.